What up, y'all? The Jeff Wilson here, and today we got the ACMER P1S Pro Laser Engraver. So what we have here today is the ACMER P1S Pro Laser Engraver. This sleek machine promises precision, versatility, and impressive laser power. Now this machine is really easy to set up. I mean, there's a few screws here. Like I said, they do provide a video that shows you step by step, so there's no real reason for me to go off into it, but it took me about 15 minutes to put this together, if that. The hardest part was running the belts on this, but anytime you got these belt systems on here, they do take a little bit of time, but like I said, we're talking 15 minutes at the most, and I mean, it was real simple and easy to put together. Now with this machine, there's a few different programs we can use on here. They got your standard Gabriel, GBL, however that is pronounced. I had that program. I never use it unless it doesn't work with Lightburn, which this machine works with Lightburn, so you already know that's what we're going to be using today for this. But along with this machine, it does have Wi-Fi capabilities as well, so you don't actually have to have this cord in here. My Wi-Fi in this shop just is horrible in here. It also has SD slots up here. Now with this laser, it takes this little setting block right here to line everything up. If I have any complaints about this unit right now, it is that. The setup block, why can't it be built in? That's my only complaint I have so far, because I know I'm going to lose this little block, and it is really, I mean, it's small, and like I said, it blends in with a lot of my other pieces of metal, but that aside, it's real easy to get lined up. First thing we're going to do, we got a little small test pattern we're going to do to see what we actually want to engrave at with this machine. So let's go on into it. So with this, we're able to determine what level, our power rating and speed, we should be able to engrave with our laser over here. Now we know what speed to do some engraving, let's jump into some unique designs. So with this next image we have, it is an extremely high detailed image that came with our laser. We want to see how well it works on here. I know the image itself looks great on the computer. Let's see how well this works out. And there you have it. a nice clean engraving, clean cut as well. Look at that detail off in there. Now this image right here did take about 45 minutes on the engraver. With it just being a smaller watt, you're able to get that fine detail in there. Let's move on to our next project. Now for this next thing, we're going to keep going and seeing how much detail we can get. Let's try some photorealism. Let's try just a nice clean picture. Let's get some more wood loaded up. Now that right there is why I like these lower wattage diode lasers. That image is just so crisp, clean. You can see the reflection in the cat's eyes. Don't get much better than that. Now this Acmer P1S Pro laser engraver, this right here is a great machine for diving into your diode laser machines. Now, like I said, you see the detail we can get with this. And like I said, this is me just running straight off of basic settings from my initial findings when we did the test to make sure what we needed to engrave at. These images they took roughly about 45 minutes to an hour a piece to engrave. And the detail and the quality is top notch. Now there's a lot more we can do with this. Like if we did some basic cutting on this, you cut one thing on here, you can cut more. Now like I said, this is meant just for cutting your wood, or some acrylic, some plastics. But where this thing is going to excel is going to be in the engraving. I'm thoroughly impressed with this. I mean, because like I said, this right here is some of the best detail work we have got through our laser engravers without sitting in and spending hours trying to get everything dialed in. Now with this laser cut through bigger, thicker stuff, it can, but it's not really, I don't see it designed for that. Like I said, being a lower power laser, it's meant more towards getting that high end detail. Like I said, you can crank your speed up or crank your speed down, turn your power all the way up to 100 and start cutting 10 millimeter wood, but you're really just doing more wear and tear to the unit than what it deserves. If you're doing something like that, go with one of their bigger, more powerful lasers. Like I said, there's plenty on the market, but this right here is meant for someone in the hobbyist. It doesn't produce just a whole lot of smoke when you're doing your engraving. It's still going to produce some. I do recommend always be in a ventilated area or have a cover on here like we did today. That way you're not inhaling a lot of that smoke. For the most part, my shop's wide open and it doesn't get too bad in here when we're just doing engraving. Now, if I was cutting something, whole nother story. Total smoke-wise, it produced more smoke cutting out this than it did engraving both of these. Now with this unit, we can also get a rotary for it and engrave cups on here. Like I said, the powder coating is going to burn through that with ease, especially at that higher power, lower speed. Have no issue with that. We'll actually try that in a video next week. Now, if you're liking all this engraving content and you want to see us review more and more lasers or build whatever it is we want to build, be sure to hit that subscribe button and share this around with your friends. Now, with this unit, the only downfall, this right here. They can put something on here to make it where it's easier to find exactly where you need your laser to be at. This right here, I'll probably end up losing this just because I have lots of little things like this throughout my shop. Other than that, heck, it's a great unit. Like I said, the picture quality is amazing. The time it took to do these, a little long, but anytime you're doing something like that, it's going to take some time. And as far as speed compared to other diodes, it is right on par with any of them on the market. Like I said, so that's nothing to think of as far as your speed. Like I said, no, it's not no fiber laser or no Galvo laser, but that's a whole different ball game. Once you start getting that Galvo unit, yeah, they're designed for speed, but you're not going to be able to get that big image. And also, you're talking 20 times the cost of one of these. I say the pros with this unit, heck, you've heard me mention many times. The engraving quality of this, it is top notch. This ACMER P1S Pro is doing a hell of a job. Like I said, I'd put it up against any other diode I have here in this shop as far as the engraving quality. And it's going to actually do better than a lot of them just because it's got that smaller power diode. So it has a smaller point when you're engraving. Another plus on this, heck, this thing was easy to put together. We're talking 15 minutes to put this machine together. Like I said, there's very few machines that go together that quick. Hope y'all enjoy this video. As always, y'all take it easy.